Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Steven Inks, and in this episode, it's more of an announcement than an episode actually. I'm talking about my book. I wrote a book that is supposed to be a pen shopping guide filled with advice that I've learned from the last 3 years of being a pen YouTuber. The sorts of things you should look for when you're buying a pen for pen and ink illustration. So the holiday season around the corner, or a holiday season around the corner, you might be looking for something for someone special in your life. So you can have this guide to guide you in making those decisions. And the best part about it is you can have it for free. So the details for where you can get this book are going to be at the end of this episode and also in the description to the video. But we're actually missing one essential part that we're going to make today. I'm going to be designing the cover for the book. We're also going to look inside and see what's there. And I hope you really enjoy checking this out, and I hope you're interested in checking out the book yourself. So let's get started. Here's some of the compositions that I came up with for the cover, and there's a couple of things that I like and a couple of things that were just kind of weird. The aspect ratio is interesting. I don't normally create vertically like this. I tend to do sideways things because that's the aspect ratio of my video. But here's what I came up with. I had this kind of idea for like a pen salesman, that sort of stereotype of the shady street salesman who's got a bunch of stuff inside his coat. I thought that would be kind of funny. There's not much to that, so I don't know, adding in some street signs or things in the background might be cool. I kind of like that idea, but I like some other stuff more. I have to look this up and do some study work on it, but I thought it might be funny to have the pen be in the center of kind of like that scene from 2001: Space Odyssey where there's that big monolith thing, and everyone's just staring at a pen. All the monkeys in the beginning of 2001: Space Odyssey. I thought that would be fun. Just a row of pens in a row and just do as many different styles as I can and have the title down here. I'd have to come up with 24 unique pen designs, and I wasn't sure if I could do that. I still like that idea. It'd be pretty plain Jane, but at the same time, it would be very illustrative of what the book is about. It's about many different pens. This is just a weird one. It's a guy and he's got pens in his mouth. I tried to build it up with a guy that's got pens in his mouth and he's thinking about a pen and he's writing with a pen. These ones are weird. I don't like them, but it's okay to make things you don't like. That's how you get to the stuff you do like. I had this sort of engineering design style thing with like little labels and things on it, almost like it was a schematic of a pen. I think that's cool, but I don't know that I have the skill and understanding of how those diagnostic type diagrams work, so maybe that wouldn't be a good choice for me because I would not make it look like what I'm thinking of in my head. These two, I don't know what to say. I just had an idea and I thought, but I don't really have anything that I'm going to talk about here. The one that I really liked, that I think I'm going to do is this takes inspiration from one of those removed scenes in the movie Suicide Squad, which is a bad movie. I know. It's I watched it and I can't tell you a single thing that happened in it. But there was this kind of cool scene where the Joker is standing and there's all these knives kind of displayed out in a big old circle. I thought that'd be fun to do with pens, and then a character. I guess you could consider this character to be like me, but then it doesn't really matter. It's just a person in the middle there, just kind of enjoying all the pens they have. And there's a nice little geometric pattern, which makes it a fun compositional thing to do. So I think I'm going with this, but it's a good thing that I went over and did, was it like 9 different ideas just to know what it was that I wanted to do. So we're going to move forward with this one. Hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so to draw this cover, I'm going to use the pen and the ink that I used for all the illustrations. This is the PenBBS 456. I actually own two of these. It's a fantastic pen. But since my Noodler's Bulletproof Black is at such a low level, I'm actually going to have to eyedropper fill this pen rather than using the vacuum system. Already had that loosened. To fill it because it won't go in past the nib here because of the ink level. So that's actually kind of cool because I haven't showed off how to do that with a vacuum filling pen ever. So we'll get this going. So the blunt needle syringe goes in and we're gonna pull, I don't know, enough ink. I don't know how much we really need for a full fill. If we have too much extra, we can just put it back inside. This part right here, it should be closed because when I open it, this part right here, the rubber gasket is right up against that edge, which is this line right here, and then that can seal it. So if I twist this completely closed, I don't know if you'll be able to see it move forward, but it moves forward just enough that I can get the tip of the needle in there. And then even still, it's just barely working. Oh, it went through there. Oh, wow. Perfect amount of ink. Who knew? Okay, so then I'll just have to put this back on there and we are going to get to the drawing. So I thought while I was creating this drawing and doing all the things that it takes to get this thing put out, I'd talk about why am I making a book and why after putting all this time and effort into it, am I giving it away for free? So those are great questions that I ask myself all the time. The main reason why I started writing the book is I just felt like I had so much good advice for people looking to get their first fountain pen or to get into fountain pen art. And I kept answering the same questions on my YouTube channel in the comments section. Not that I mind that. I love your questions. Please continue to ask them here. But it'd be nice for someone who's looking to get started and get all this information that's in my head after buying many, many pens and doing many, many drawings with my pens. It'd be nice to have that all in one place. So that was the start of it. And then there was sort of the challenge of doing it. It ended up taking me a little over a year and a half to go from my initial idea to the final construction of the book. And even then I realized that it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be imperfections and the process was imperfect. I have fun doing it and don't get me wrong, I'm proud of it, but there's going to be parts of this that are just going to be a little bit weird. So I figure since it's an imperfect product, I'll put it out there. I'll make it free and available to whoever wants to try it out, and from there I'll decide if I ever want to do this again. And I do have some ideas for what else I could do. I'm thinking I might want to take on some different subjects and talk about how I draw them in my style, like for example buildings or people or objects or things like that, and do some little miniature versions of this. Just a thought. I don't really know where this is going to go. Your reaction and reception to this book is actually a huge part of whether I'll do this again. I am really proud of it. I really do hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you find it useful. And I definitely hope that you'll check it out and see if there's something valuable to be had from me creating a product like this. Anyway, it was fun to do. It was hard to do. I'm really glad that it's all up there and ready, and I really hope that you'll check out everything that I've got here, from cover to the last page. A lot of loving went into this book. I hope that you can see that. Having drawn the picture, I'm just going to go a little bit over my process of digitizing these drawings. So all the illustrations in my book were drawn by hand, and just going to go over how I did that. And I'm using an iPad right now. You're not going to see what shows up in the video because we're focused on this right here. And just to address it, of course, I do have a much better camera, which would be this camera right here that I'm shaking. But since I did all the digitizing with this iPad and I had started before I bought this camera, I thought I'd just finish how I started. Same pen, same ink, same method. So I'm going to take a picture, getting as big as possible. If we look at the history of the photos, that is the picture, and then we're going to take it into an editing program and get rid of all this background and clean it up a little bit. So I'm using a program called Affinity Photo, which you could see I've used it before to digitize some of my drawings. These guys appear in the book. They're not sponsored by this channel. I do like this program a lot. I'll link to information about them in the description of this video. But from here I'm going to go to their open menu, and this down here says import from camera. And then I'm going to, open, let me try that again. Import from photos, there we go. And then here is my photo. Okay, and then to get this looking just about perfect, we're going to need to put some filters on it. If you excuse me, it's been a while. Since this is black and white, I like to just get that out of the way right there. And you could obviously play with this a little bit, but I'm also going to do an adjustment of the brightness and contrast. If I go too bright, I won't get all of my lines to come in. Too contrasty, and then we lose a little bit of the character. But we want it to look nice and flat and even, and we're going to get rid of this white background too. I think that looks pretty good for there. And from that, we're going into the levels. We're going to make a levels adjustment. You notice how it got really dark, the black, and we're going to come over to the white here and make the whites really bright. But you realize the more we do this, the more our lines can become a little bit kind of funky. And forgive me if I'm playing around with settings. It looks like I don't know what I'm doing. It's because I haven't done this in a while, so I'm kind of playing with things and trying to remember what looked good. What I really want is for this black to be very black. It's a little bit grayed out right now. And the white to be very white. So, but the more black, you see if I bring it all the way, I get this really ugly look, like it was Xeroxed in the 1960s. But then I can also get this washed out look, which I don't want. So I'm somewhere in between those two. Just playing around till I see something that seems right to me. Obviously this is really zoomed in, so you're not gonna, it's not gonna look like that. It's gonna look more like that. You're looking for that pure kind of white background to be there. Alright, that looks That looks all right to me. The next thing that I need to do with this, move that. I don't know how to, oh, there we go. All right, so next thing I need to do is I need to get rid of everything that is not what I want. So I'm just gonna get this eraser going, and here we go. Get everything that doesn't look like it belongs in my drawing, which would be all this background stuff. And we're just going to erase it out. You can see how the bottom of this becomes translucent, like in the world of digital images, when you see that checkerboard pattern, it's become translucent. And then one of the things I really like about Affinity and their program, they have this really cool filter I'll show you in just a second. It's not perfect, but it does an amazing thing that I'm going to show you right now. It goes, let's see, is it this one? No, I'm trying to figure out to remember which filter it is. Okay, I can also see over on the side here there's some spots that I missed with the eraser, so I'm just going to go back to the eraser again. And you can see it update live in the corner on the left hand side. I don't know if that's very clear to you, but it's very clear to me that I've missed some things, and I can actually just make that brush really big so I just am sure to get everything, but without affecting my drawing, which is kind of the fear that I'll make it too big and then we'll end up erasing part of the drawing. But no, that looks pretty good. Okay, so here's the, let's see, I'm going to go into this menu right here, and I'm looking for adjustments. Is that right? Possibly. No. Sorry, I'm running through the menu here because I can't remember where. Oh, here it is. So it's a filter, and we're going to go into the colors filter, and down towards the bottom there's something called erase white paper. It says down here. When I click on it, what it does is erases the white paper, but what we're seeing here is this dark gray background. That means I didn't do it right. So I'm going to double tap reverse and it undoes that. What I need to do, oh yes, I remember. These, different from Photoshop, this program, it doesn't actually destroy the original image, it layers on top. So what I need to do is merge visible with the layers, and I end up with this, and I can delete out the other layers here because they're no longer applied to the actual layer there. So from here I could also do some further adjustments, and I may need to do like a threshold adjustment. What does that give me? Ooh, no, I really hate that. Just gonna go back. So if you don't like it, you can delete it here. Let's just do a little bit more brightness. You don't want to go overboard. You want to still kind of keep the character of the drawing, and I think that's as close as I can get, because even look, these lines are starting to disappear a little bit. It's kind of a dance, if you haven't noticed. So I'm going to go back in again, and I'm going to merge visible one more time, and that leaves me with the new one. I'm trying to remember if this is the right one. So that can be deleted, and that can be deleted, and now we have this. We're going to try that filter one more time. What do we got now? All right, that looks way better. So if you can see, now we are looking at, whoops, I just redid that. Hold on a second. Okay, now what we're looking at is no background. And we need to save this because we're going to use it on the book itself as the cover, the very first page, which is stored in this iPad. So that's what that is. Okay, another step we got to go through is another program, part of the same design suite, Affinity Publisher. And this is where I put together my book. We're going to, let's hope that we are able to open this. Oh, there it is. All right, so getting into movement mode here. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to press, I swear I'm an expert. Oh, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to press place. From files, I'm going into my cloud where I saved the file that I made. By the way, this is also where I do my thumbnails, which is why most of these are big old thumbnails. And I go down to the letter P because I saved this as pen shopping cover. There it is. So this is just an Affinity photo file, but since it's the same design suite, I should be able to place, there we go, my photo right there and make adjustments as needed. I think I could probably stand to make this just a little bit bigger, even though the size of the paper is being accounted for. Nice snap guides here to help me deal with that. All right, that is placed, and I think actually the next step is going to be to export this and place it on my website for you to download. I really hope you look forward. Really hope you're interested in checking out this book. I spent a lot of time on it. Obviously, this koala holding a pen is probably one of my favorite drawings I've done in the book. And there's about 70, 75, I think, drawings total. About 50 pages. I can't wait for you to read it. So everything is live now. I'm here at my website, www.steveninks.com, and you can see there's a tab over here that says get a copy of my book. So this is a PDF file, best I could do with the equipment at hand. And what you're going to do is you're going to click this box that says book me. There's a link down at the bottom for my PayPal if you'd like to donate to encourage me to create more resources like this. If I click this box right here, it opens up a PDF file. It might take a minute because it's kind of a big file. Or you might have really bad internet like me. And once it's uploaded, what you're going to do is, if you're not familiar with how PDFs work, you're just going to look in the corner there where it says download. You click on that and it'll give you the option to save it to your desktop. All right, I already have a copy of this, so I'm not going to save it. This works with a desktop or a computer or a laptop. If you really, really want to download it directly to a tablet and you don't have the ability to do that, send me an email at, here we go, at steven@steveninks.com, and I will send you a direct link. It's the only way I could do this because I have to keep the cost of running this website really cheap because I make almost no money off of this YouTube channel or anything like that. So that's just how that works. You can also check out some of my professional works and things that I have done here. Anyway, there it is. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so wrapping things up, please check out my book. It's on my website, www.steveninks.com. We looked at it to see how you download the book. There's also a button there to donate my PayPal to support further projects like this, because it was a lot of effort on my part to put this out. However, you're under no obligation to do so. Consider this a free gift to you, my viewers, who've supported me the last 3 years as I've built this channel. Please don't forget also to like and subscribe to this channel if it's your first time here. We do lots of videos about fountain pens. We talk about art, pen and ink, all kinds of other funny, weird, sometimes emotional subjects. It's a great place to be a part of, and my subscribers to this channel are what have made it so. So I hope you have a happy and healthy holiday season, or whenever you're watching this video, and I hope you'll check out my book. See you in the next one.